Today we move on with a fresh topic in your civics. The topic is national symbols. We all very popular with our national symbols. Today we are going to discuss about our national symbols and national festivals in this lesson. Through this lesson, we are going to know about our national what are the national symbols and what are the national festivals we have in our India. In this lesson, we move with a short story. It was interesting and also it was knowledgeable story. In this story, there is a two little children's. Velan and Ponni is there. They moved to a trip. We all um, we all excited while we are going to a trip. We all excited. What are all the things we have to see and what are all the plays we have to watch, those like we are very excited. Also Velan and Ponni were excited to go the trip. They moved to forest. Their trip was forest. The forest name is Pulivanam. They go to the trip to forest and it is called Pulivanam. While we are going to trip, one day, while we are going to a forest trip, one day will be full of excitement because we have seen a lot and lot of animals. In generally, at a word trip, we hear the word trip, we are excited. But specifically, forest trip is a special enjoyment because we are going to watch a natural scenarios and beautiful greenish areas and different varieties of insects, animals, birds, everything. And also through the forest trip we gain a lot of knowledge from our travel guide and forest officer, etc. Like ourselves, Ponni and Velan are also get very excited and started to fly in the sky with their joy. While we are in excitement, we are unable to know what are all the things going on our present. We are moved to our future. While we going to trip, we will see a lot of animals, we will see a lot of things, we will see a lot of place, and also we will purchase what we like. Likewise, we are dreaming ourselves. Likewise, Ponni and Velan also excited and started to dream themselves with full of joy. And Ponni and Velan um, started their trip along with wildlife researcher Veena. Wildlife researcher Veena is along with them to guide the Ponni and Velan. First, the legendary river was running in there. Wildlife researcher Veena is along with them to guide Ponni and Velan. First, the legendary river, the big river was running in the forest. Forest also had a 2000-meter high in mountain, and three of them, Veena, Ponni and Velan, had reached nearby some restricted places. Through their vehicle, three of them were reached some place. After that, those vehicles are restricted to go because of that vehicle sound, the animals will be feared. So after that, they have to use some other vehicle. There, forest officer Manimaran gathered the Velan and Ponni with the word called little upcoming wildlife researchers. There, Manimaran, who he was a forest officer, gathered them with a word called Little Upcoming Wildlife Researchers. Veena and the team started to travel along with the forest officer Manimaran by battery vehicles. Do you all know about battery vehicles? Nowadays, there is a lot of battery vehicles like battery scooty, one of the example for battery vehicles, which means it was pollution free vehicles, and also there is no noise, there is no out of noise. In normal vehicles, it contain a big sound, but in battery vehicles it couldn't make any noise, and also it couldn't be a pollution. It is like a noiseless and pollution free vehicle. It was also called a Jeep. We all know about the Jeep, but it was fully covered with glass. And also one extra identification of this, it was fully covered with glass pieces. Velan and Ponni are very excited and eager to watch Tiger because simply uh, a trip to forest. We called the word trip to forest. Our mind will be in excited to see the tiger. Those excitement, these type of excitement are in Velan and Ponni. But Manivaran said and give some instruction. Manimaran gives some instruction to both Ponni and Velan. I know you both are eagerly waiting to watch Tiger. Manimaran said, I know both you are very eagerly waiting to watch Tiger, but it is possible. If it is possible, you are lucky. So don't wait for tiger, and you enjoyed with watching other animals and admired it without making noise. They give some guidances. If it is possible, you are lucky to watch the tiger, or otherwise don't wait for the tiger. You enjoy with some other animal. What you watch. There are many birds, insects, reptiles, aquatic life, and amphibians, which makes the ecosystem. In these forests, there are many birds, insects, reptiles, aquatic life, and amphibians, which makes the ecosystem. And mainly, remember to speak silently. They give the another instruction to speak silently. Don't speak loudly, because while we are entering into the forest, keep we have to make silence. It is the most important thing. We have to make it, because there is we making a loud noise, the animal will be get feared, and then it affect ourselves highly. And then within a few minutes, they had a chance to see a beautiful pond with full of lotus. While they are moving, within a few minutes, they had a chance to see a beautiful pond with full of lotus. I think we all love lotus. It is in pinkish color. We all love it. We all love it long high. The vehicle was moving slowly. It looks like smiling back at them. The lotus were looking, smiling back at them. Veena explained about lotus. There is a different kinds of lotus. There is a different kinds are in lotus. In those which are pink color, in those kind which are all the lotus in pink color are called as the lotuses. This is this is what now we are looking in the pond. And also lotus has a special structures. And then just behind, a peacock was waving with its beautiful feather. uh, we all we all see and we all know while raining days the peacock will be dancing with its beautiful with its beautiful feather. We all know it's a common general thing. Likewise, they also watch a peacock was weaving with its beautiful feather. It looks like very graceful. While dancing time, the peacock will looks very beautiful and graceful. Without making noise, Ponni and Velan admiring the graciness of peacock. While we suddenly we saw a peacock is dancing, we are admired that beauty. Likewise, Ponni and Velan also admired the graciness of peacock. And suddenly, Ponni raised a question to Manimaran. Uncle, usually peacocks do like this during rainy days. Everyone said like, will it rain now? Likewise, Ponni asked to Manimaran. Everyone said while during the rainy days, only the peacock will be dancing like this. So it will rain now. Likewise, she asked. Manimaran said, maybe or may not be. But during the rainy days, peacock do a dance is true. What you heard, the information is true. But now, maybe or may not be rain. And then they give a extra information why the how and why the peacock was dancing like it. Once the chieftain wondered whether the peacock was shivering in cold, and he covered the peacock with his shawl. This chieftain belonged to classical Sangam age of Tamils and also one of the seven most generous personalities of ancient Tamil land. He gave the one little short story called a chieftain in the sense a leader or head of the ancient Tamil Nadu, who he watched the peacock while dancing, but he thought peacock was shivering in the cold, and he covered the peacock with his shawl. He belongs to classical Sangam age of Tamil, and he raised the question, which is our national bird? I think we all know which is our national bird. Peacock is our national bird. We all know this. In our culture and heritage, have a long place. In our culture and heritage, have a long place for peacock. It looks very beautiful and bold, and also it distributed all over the world. This is the main reason it was called a national bird. Because this reason it was called the national bird. What are the reasons? I repeat once again. In our culture and heritage have a long place, and it looks like very beautiful and also bold, and then it distributed all over the world, not only in Tamil Nadu, not only in Kerala, but it distributed all over the world. So this is the main reason it was called a national bird. Without any noise, the vehicle moved on to the forest. Both Ponni and Valan admired the beauty of forest without blinking their eyes. We are going to trip or we are moving to some other place. It is a first experience for us. At the time, we are uh, we are asking many more questions, and we admired those beauty without our blinkingness. Likewise, Ponni and Velan also admired the beauty of forest without blinking their eyes. And then they are very close to bank of the river. They are very close to river. Hereafter, thereafter, they have to go along the river. And here, Manimaran shows a different kind of a different animal, and give some guidance also. You have to keep silence and watch it clearly by using your binocular. What is meant by binocular? We all know. We all know what is meant by binocular. It will shows the things what we see in a long distance, much more looks much more it extract and gives very close to our eyes by using binocular. By using the binocular, what we see the things in long distance, it it shows very close to our eyes and very clear too. While general thing, while we are moving to any place, forest, sea, ocean, every place, and also a trip, we have to took a binocular along with ourselves. It it uh, it helps us to mm, admire admire a microorganisms also. And then both Ponni and Velan took a binocular and started to watch what is the interesting one we are going to see, said by Manimaran. Veena said, "Look there, something like a gorial. Gorial in the sense crocodile, a kind of crocodile." Veena, Veena, Veena said, "Look there, there is something different like Gariel. Gariel in the sense crocodile, kind of crocodile. It was moving in the water." But Ponni and Velan couldn't see the animal clearly. They couldn't able to see the animal clearly because the morning sun rays was glared his eyes. So Manimaran asked Velan and Ponni to move little bit and then see carefully. It is not a crocodile. Manimaran said, it is not a crocodile. Just little bit move and see carefully. Velan asked, "It is not like a fish. It looks an aquatic mammal, a river dolphin." Velan said, "It is not like a fish. It didn't look like a fish, and it looks like a aquatic animal, dolphin, river dolphin." We all have one excited to hear this aquatic animal, river dolphin, because dolphin. We all very famous with the information. Dolphin is live in oceans, sea likewise, but it is a new information. Dolphins are also live in river. Likewise, Velan and Ponni was also excited because dolphin was live in river and started to ask a question. What? It is a dolphin, marine acrobatic animal. How can it live in river? They ask a question. What? Is it dolphin? Dolphin is one of the marine acrobatic animal. Then how can it live in river? Like Velan and Ponni asked. How the marine living animal can survive in river is a question to Manimaran. Manimaran explained about the river dolphin. He explained about the river dolphin. In our country, there are river dolphin also. It looks like snout. Snout in the sense long nose, which is little similar to crocodile. It looks like similarly it looks like crocodile's nose. But it like bats. But it looks like but its characteristics were like bats. it was blind in daytime, but they get their praise in the sense food, but they get their food by using ultrasounds. It was blind in their daytime, and it get their foods by using ultrasounds in the water. Valen said it was an interesting detail. We hear a new we hear a new information today. We learn a new information today. They asked, "Do you know the name of this river?" Manimaran asked, "Do you know the river of this river? Do you know the name of this river?" Ponni replied, "Rich harvest to fertile plants of fertile plants Ganges." Mentioned the famous lines by Bharatiyar sung. The line "rich harvest to fertile plants of Ganges" was mentioned in the famous Bharatiyar song. Is it the same river Ganges? Likewise, Ponni asked. Before going to visit, my father asked me to collect some additional information about the forest. So, and again Ponni said, before going to visit this forest, my father asked me to collect some extra information about the forest. So I learned some book and collect the information about this river. Is it right or wrong? Um, Likewise, she asked. And then Manimaran said, "You're correct. There is no doubt. In your answer, there is no doubt. It is correct." And then Valen give one more extra point about the river Ganges. It is 2525 kilometer long, and it is the longest river in India. In India, it is the longest river. It is 2525 kilometer long in its feet. And Veena said, even though Brahmaputra is 3848 kilometer long, it does not flow across India. So, Valen's information is also correct. And then Manimaran asked to relax for few minutes, and they had a pieces of mangoes with tasty. While they took some relaxation at the time, they took pieces of mangoes with tasty. Veena asked eagerly, "What kind of mangoes are these?" Because it is so tasty. Comparing with no other mangoes, it is extra tasty. So Veena asked, "What kind of mangoes are these?" Manimaran gives the additional information about the mangoes. It was called a Imam Basant. It was known as and called as Imam Basant, and it was cultivated in the place and period of Mughal. It was cultivated during the period of Mughal, especially for the royal families. Specially cultivated for the royal families. Occasionally, it was found in this forest. It was cultivated at the edge of this forest. Occasionally, it was cultivated in the edge of this forest. Along with the tasty mangoes, they get ready to visit some other wonders. Manimaran took the vehicle around a big banyan tree with countless roots are around it. Along with the tasty mangoes, they move with some other wonders. He took the vehicle around a big banyan tree. We all see the banyan tree. It contains a countless roots. Here, they also watched. They also watched the big banyan tree with countless roots are around it. They traveled around it for a few minutes and came back to the starting point. By using vehicle, they traveled around it for a few minutes and come back to the starting point. Both Velan and Ponni are exhausted. Such a big banyan tree. While we are seeing a big and huge banyan tree, our reaction will be, wow, what a beautiful and such a big tree. Likewise, both Velan and Ponni are excited. Yes, it is a very huge tree in this forest. Manimaran, give the information about this tree. Yes, it is a very huge tree in this forest. It is the only tree a very huge in this forest, and also it is a ancient tree which grow in this forest. And also it is home for many birds. It is home for many birds. It is a tree like world famous banyan tree in Indian Botanical Garden in Howrah, which is in Calcutta. Um, in this tree, it was like a world famous banyan tree in Indian Botanical Garden in Gaura, which is in Calcutta. In Calcutta, a place called Gaura, there is a botanical garden. In that botanical garden, a famous banyan tree will be growth. Likewise, this is what we seen in this forest is also a famous tree. And then mm, I visited the I visited the Theosophical Society in there. I saw the another one big banyan tree like it, and I wondered about it. It was in Adayar. In Adayar, Chennai, there is a Theosophical Society. In there, I saw the some other banyan tree like this banyan tree, and it was in Adayar. And also, I wondered to see the banyan tree. And Manimaran asked them, move slowly without making noise. Is there a sound of elephant climbing the mountains behind the banyan tree? There is a sound of elephant to climbing the mountain behind the banyan tree. So be quiet and move slowly. For that, Valen asked, aren't the wild elephants ferocious? Are we in danger? Mm, we all love elephant because it is huge in size. Mm, by getting blessing from elephant is a such wonderful thing for us. But here, Valen asked, mm, wild elephants are ferocious. So, are we in danger now? Likewise, he asked. Manimaran said, forest is a home for many animals, birds, and lot. As a human being, we have to follow the rules and regulations, rules of forest. That is, we admired those things without disturbing them. We have to follow the rules of forest while admiring the beauty is our concept. Without disturbing them, we will admire it, or otherwise it will affect us. And then and again Manimaran continues his information. We need to know how to safeguard ourselves with the harmful animals in forest is a main thing. We have to know while entering into the forest, or otherwise we have to move on with some travel guider and forest officer, or otherwise who belongs to forest community. They will help us to help us to save our life in those harmful animals. Even the animals are in huge, it wouldn't affect us without we disturbing them. Even even the animals and birds are in huge size. They wouldn't affect us without we disturbing them. Let us also start to climb the let they also start to climb the hills. There is another surprise is waiting for them. On the top of the hills, uh, their team started to climb the hills. There is one surprise waiting for them. They reached the next place. They looked some place with using binocular by the guidance of Manimaran gives some guidance. mm, watch that by using binocular. There is one interesting thing. They see what they seen or what what they seen or cone shaped nest built with dried leaves. A cone shaped nest, it was built by dried leaves. Manimaran asked, "Can you guess what is it?" Manimaran asked the children, "Can you guess what is it?" And Veena said, "It looks some one of the strange. It looks some one of the strange nest." Manimaran said, "Yes, it is a snake's nest, the nest of King Cobra." Yes, it is a king cobra's nest. Valen raised the question, "What? Snakes build nest?" Likewise, he asked, "This is the only reptile that builds a nest of its own and reproduce by own, by their own. It is the only reptile. It built the nest and reproduced themselves by own. It was one of the longest and poisonous snake, and it grew 18 feet long. It was a poisonous snake, and it grew 18 feet long. Pony asked, "We are explored and climbed the hills, but still we didn't see tiger. It was very disappointing for us." Pony asked, we are come across a lot and lot of things, but still now we didn't see tiger. So for this we are disappointed a lot." And Manimaran consoled Ponni, "Don't worry, tiger is a very shy animal." Manimaran consoled by saying, "Don't worry, tiger is a very shy animal. Even tiger is a very huge and very horror to us, but in the mind of tiger, it was a very shy animal while seeing the human being. So it lives near the rocky places. While we move on to the down, we have a chance. We will see the tiger." Both Ponni and Velan felt and disappointed that they seen many unusual things, but they had not seen tiger. Even Manimaran consoled both, but uh, both they didn't come to accept we didn't able to see tiger. For that, Veena comforted with their saying, "I have visited a lot of forest for my research, but that aren't much more information better than Mr. Manimaran. I have to move a lot and lot of forest for my research, but this is uh, a big and different kind of information we get through Manimaran. Still now, I didn't get those information from my past research. And also, I was not able to see tiger still now. Even I have visited a lot of forests. Still now, I didn't watch a tiger. So don't worry, we will see some other time later or while we are moving to down to the hills. So, don't worry, we have a lot of time to see the tiger. We see the some other time, or while we are going to down, we have a chance to see the tiger, or or else we see some other time. Then they started to down to the hills and arrived at the same place where the admired of dolphins. They started to down to the hills and arrived at the same place where they admired the dolphin near to the river. Everyone took a rest. Everyone will be in rest. Ponni noticed something strange was there other side of river by her binocular. Everyone was in rest. By Ponni noticed something was strange. Um, was there opposite side of river by using binocular. Ponni couldn't control her whisper. While we are in some excitement, we didn't control ourselves. Likewise, Ponni also didn't couldn't control her whisper and said to Manimaran, "Look at there, something is. Look at there, something is there." Everyone started to look look there and find it was a tiger. Everyone Suddenly everyone started to look there and find it was a tiger. Everyone will became a happy, and it was drinking the water in river with their 3 cups. It was silently drinking water with their 3 cups. Manimaran said, "This is the real king of this forest." We all know tiger is a king for the whole forest. Manimaran said the information, "This is the real king for this forest." It's a common knowledge. And everyone get into the vehicle and started to back. And Veena questioned the team. Do you know there is something common? Do you know there is something common between all the wonders what we have seen today? Veena asked, "Do you know? Anyone know? There is a something common information between all the wonders what we have seen today." Um, what is common in those animals? What is common in those animals? Asked by Valen. Valen asked, "What is the common thing in those animals?" Likewise, Ponni eagerly, please said, "Tell quickly. We are very eager to know about that." We are in very eagerness to know about the common information. What are all the animals we see? So quickly you have to tell. Veena answered that all we saw today are our national symbols. What are all the animals we wonder today? It belongs to our national symbols. Manimaran said, "Yeah, you are correct. You are very correct. Yes. Sorry, and I didn't notice this." Likewise, Manimaran said. Finally, in this story, we across a lot of new wild animals and about their life. Uh, First, if we saw the river dolphin, and then we saw the what we saw banyan tree, and then we saw the elephant, and then we saw the snake, king cobra, and then finally we saw the tiger. Those and also it is those things are come under and belongs to national symbols. It is a general thing, and also we come to know the national symbols. Hereafter we continue with the what are all the national symbols and what are all the national festivals we have and we celebrated in India. Today the class is over. For your work, first question, write about any 3 features of tiger. Both given 2 questions are general questions. It wouldn't contain your textbook. So understand the question clearly and write your answers, childrens. First one, write about any 3 features of tiger. Features in the sense characteristics. What are all the characteristics the tiger contains? Write down the 3 characteristics. For example, I say tiger is very vigorous animal. And one more example. It is a king of forest. Tiger is a king of forest. And one more example. mm, it is a kind of shy animal. Likewise, you have to write the three features. And second question, what are the wild animals do you like? And explain brief note about any one animal. For example, I love tiger. In wild animals, tiger is my most favorite thing. Mm, and then this is the answer for first, what are the wild animals do you like? And then explain brief about any one animal. I explain about tiger. Because I love tiger. So, explain about tiger in brief, in the sense, I love tiger. Tiger is the most ferocious animal, and it looks like very shy type comparing with the other wild animals. Likewise, you have give some extra additional information about what you love, what you like the animals. Thank you.